You bob for apples in the toilet, and you like it. You play ball like a girl.
You look like a lady. You look like a lady. You look like a
lady. Gender is socially constructed from cultural experiences and development. Gender norms are built into our social structures, and these norms reinforce the idea of gender differences. In this case, we examine gender norms and gender roles by viewing them as ways of doing gender. Doing gender is the display of a gender that you identify with. Determining gender is the umbrella term for social practices of placing others in gender categories. It is from the receiver's point of view, while doing gender is more of the sender approach to this form of nonverbal communication. The sender initiates a thought or feeling, encodes it into words, and transmits it, while the receiver decodes the message, assigns thoughts and feelings to a response, encodes a response, and sends the message back. Gender norms are integrated into our society's education system that helps young minds develop. It teaches the next generation to practice these norms, which makes them stronger and harder to break down. Karen Martin explains that gender norms being taught from a young age makes them feel natural. However, children's resistance and nonconformance to gender norms indicates that those gender differences are largely taught rather than natural. Furthermore, Anne Fausto Sterling explains that boys are encouraged to pursue education and employment in math and science-related fields, while women are encouraged to pursue education and employment in the arts. This reproduces the idea that boys are naturally better than girls in math-related fields, while girls are naturally better than boys at the arts. Gender norms are also built into our sports. Westbrook and Schilt explain that men are seen as inherently better at sports than women, which necessitates a divide between men's and women's sports. Women that are very successful at sports will have their femininity questioned, while an incompetent man might be said to play like a girl. When women play sports at a professional level, they are often sexualized in impractical uniforms to emphasize the idea that they are in fact women, not athletes. Finally, beliefs about gender influence our beliefs about violence. Jocelyn Hollander explains that men are seen as inherently violent and women are seen as inherently vulnerable. Because of this, women are very afraid of violence while men are not. This is curious because men are more likely to be victims of violence than men. Sharon Marcus explains that viewing women as vulnerable causes women to think that they are incapable of stopping a sexual assault, even though this is not the case. Despite popular belief, women are capable of using verbal and physical force to resist assault. We have seen how beliefs about gender influence our education system, sports, and fear of violence. The education system teaches us gendered behaviors from a young age and assigns genders to academic fields. Our sports are segregated by gender because men are seen as athletically superior. Our beliefs about violence are influenced by our beliefs about gendered dangerousness. Overall, men are seen as intellectually and physically superior to women in our society. However, we are now aware of and can change these beliefs.